Call on Yahawashi. Also give a double honor to the elders of GMS and honor to the Akim. And peace and blessings to you brothers and sisters that listen, the hopeful elect. Call Yahawah, Yahawashi, man. And, this video today is the spirit, man. Me and his brother today was conversing about dreams and visions, that we had in the truth, man. And I see other brothers put up other dreams and visions that other people are having, man. Okay? And, me and the brothers conversing, we had dreams of, what's going to happen in the latter end, man. Jacob's trouble. Dreams of Rfid, chip, martial law, spiritual power. The most recent dream I had was of a tsunami hitting the city. My brother was telling me of dreams that he had as well, man. Like I said, more and more people are having frequent dreams of the end times because it's prophecy, man. And then you brothers and sisters who have dreams, you could do videos on it or you could put it on the comment board, whatever the case is, man. Because that's also part of the ministry, okay? Now I'm going to read the first precept. Genesis chapter 40, verse 8. I see people, I heard talk to somebody else the other day, said that they had dreams of an EMP, man. They said they were driving and then their car just stopped and they came out their vehicle and everybody else car in the streets. Everything had just shut down, man. It's the EMP, man. Okay? Let me, Genesis chapter 40, verse 8, and all these things are going to happen. Okay, that's the Most High giving you a heads up. But let me get Genesis chapter 40, verse 8. Real quick. Because our forefather Joseph, he was known for what? Yeah, he was, second to the Pharaoh, a physician, saved Egypt from famine. But the main thing Joseph or Yahawashi was known for, he was an interpreter of dreams, man. Okay? Salakia. Matter of fact, let me read that precept. Genesis chapter 40. Let me get it. 40 verse 8. And Joseph said, verse 6. This is when he was in prison. It says, and the captain of the guard charged Joseph with them, and he served them, and they continue a season in the ward. All right. Let me read. This was the butler and the baker. All right. And let me read. There was with Joseph in prison, and they dreamed their dream, both of them, each man his dream in one night, each man according to interpretation of his dream, the butler and the baker of the king of Egypt, which were bound in the prison. And Joseph, Yahawashi, came in unto them in the morning and looked upon them, and behold, they were sad. And he asked Pharaoh's officers that were with him in the ward of his lord's house, saying, wherefore look ye so sadly today? And they said unto him, we have dreamed a dream, and there is no interpreter of it. And Joseph said unto them, do not interpretations belong to Yahawashi? Tell me then, I pray you. Okay, and he gave the interpretation of those dreams, of those visions. Okay, and the scripture also says, let me get Joel, the second chapter. Let me see, it's Joel chapter 2. This is all prophecy, man. Heathens as well as Israelites, man. Because the Most High said, Joel chapter 2, verse 28, and it shall come to pass afterward that I will pour out my spirit upon all flesh. Okay, heathens as well as Israelites, man. And your sons and your daughters shall prophesy, say before. Okay, so these are visions of what's going to take place. All right. Your old men shall dream dreams. Your young men shall see visions. And also upon the servants and upon the handmaids in those days will I pour out my spirit. So the Most High have poured His spirit upon all flesh. That's why everybody's giving these testimonies, man. Okay. And everybody give these testimonies like these are horrid dreams and visions that they're seeing, man. Okay, because the scripture does say, especially for you Israelites, 2 Corinthians 5 and 11, knowing the terror of the Lord, that's how we persuade men, man. As a matter of fact, what did Job say? Let me get Job. It's not going to be too long. Job chapter 7. Well, I saw that video with that, I think it was an Ephraimite girl who said that the Lord is coming. He's coming, man. Because he's coming for his people, and that's the truth. The Lord is coming. That's why it says, Job chapter 7 verse 14. Then thou scarest me with dreams and terrifiest me through visions. Okay? The Lord terrified people through visions, man, and dreams, man. Matter of fact, even the prophet Daniel, when he saw certain dreams and visions, was, matter of fact, I'm going to get it. I'm not going to quote it. I'm going to get it. Oh, even Pontius Pilate's wife. You get that, Matthew 27. I think it's Matthew 27. Let me see, 14. Let's see. This was a crucifixion. Matthew 27. So I'm speaking to Yahawashi. Matthew 27 and 12. And when he was accused of the chief priests and elders, he answered nothing. Then said Pilate unto him, hearest thou not how many things they witness against thee? Oh, okay, let me read on down. Against thee, and he answered him never a word, insomuch that the governor marveled greatly. Let's jump down. Verse 17. Therefore, when they were gathered together, Pilate said unto them, whom will I release unto you, Barnabas or Yahawashi, which is called a Mashiach? For he knew for they envy they had delivered him. It's the point, verse 19. When he was set down on the judgment seat, his wife sent unto him, saying, who was a heathen, have thou nothing to do with that just man? For I have suffered many things this day in a dream because of him. So she was seeing certain dreams, and she probably was seeing dreams of the Mashiach being tortured, man, and crucified, man. You see? She said, I have not. She suffered many things in a dream, man. All right? So them dreams and visions is horrible, man. And so much that the prophets, who were tough men, got sick because of certain dreams and visions, man. You know, sometimes you may pray to the Lord to get certain dreams and visions, man, and he he may give you something that you wasn't ready for, man. Because we're going to see all kind of things out here in these last days. If we talk about famine and death and cannibalism, okay, the spiritual realm also going to be opened up, man. Okay, demons going to actually start showing themselves, man. Just like the Lord did to the Egyptians. Okay, it's going to be a time on the planet Earth the earth has never seen before. All kind of strange and bizarre creatures are going to come out as well, man. Scripture says creatures that are newly created. Okay, Leviathan going to come out eventually, Lord willing, man. Which that's why Esau making these predictive programming movies like Godzilla, King of Monsters, because they know these things are real, man. All right, let me read Daniel chapter 8, verse 26. It says, so this is Daniel. When you read Daniel, the 8th chapter, he was having a vision of the 4 kingdoms. All right. And then he saw, as you read Daniel, the 8th chapter, he read how Yahawashi, the prince of princes, was going to break the last kingdom. All right. Esau eventually. So when you read verse 26, he said, and the vision of the evening and the morning which was told is true. Wherefore shut up the vision, for it shall be for many days. And I, Daniel, fainted and was sick certain days. Afterward I rose up and did the king's business, and I was astonished at the vision, but none understood it. So he didn't understand the vision that he saw at that time until the Lord sent him the angel Gabriel. All right. And then he met Yahawashi in Daniel the 10th chapter. But he said he got sick, man. Okay. Because of these dreams and these visions, man. All right. So Yahawah Shemel Shah pouring his spirit upon all flesh. And yeah, man. You know, if you brothers and sisters have these testimonies, these dreams and visions, it's important you bring it out as well, man. Because that's also what edifying. So we just read it. Your sons and your daughters shall prophesy. All right. We'll say before. Habakkuk saw a dream and vision. Or the Lord Yahawashi making his second coming. And this is what he said. Habakkuk chapter 3, verse 1. A prayer of Habakkuk the prophet upon Shagonoth. O Yahawah Shemel Shah, I have heard thy speech, and I was afraid. O Yahawah Shemel Shah, revive thy work in the midst of the years. In the midst of the years make known, and wrath remember mercy. Most High came from Teman, and the Holy One from the Mount Paran. Yahawashi, his glory covered the heavens, and the earth was full of his praise. So chariots. And his brightness was as the light. He had horns coming out of his hand, and there was a hiding of his power, man. Okay? The Lord come back with them chariots, man, to put you wicked people to death, man. We read on, it says, before him went the pestilence, and burning coals went forth at his feet. All right? That laser, man. He stood and measured the earth. He beheld and drove asunder the nations, and the everlasting mountains were scattered. The perpetual hills they'll bow. His ways are everlasting, man. I saw the tents of Cushan in affliction, and the curtains of the land of Midian did tremble. So it's going to be a dreadful day, because you're going to have the missiles hit, and you're going to have the Lord coming back, man. And you're going to have earthquakes and all things of that manner taking place at the same time. All right? Was Yahawashi displeased against the rivers? So when he saw how the destruction that the Most High came through his son, he was like, was the Lord displeased with the rivers? Was thine anger against the rivers? Was thy wrath against the sea, that thou didst ride upon thy horses and thy chariots of salvation? That's how much destruction gonna come. That's what scripture says, woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord. For what end is for you? For the day of the Lord is darkness and not light, man. Read verse 15. Then didst walk through the sea with thine horses, through the heap of great waters. Come with them chariots in the heavens, Shemayim. When I heard, my belly trembled. So when he saw these visions, he said, what? When I heard, my belly trembled, my lips quivered at the voice. Rottenness entered in my bones, and I trembled in myself, that I may rest in the day of trouble. When he cometh upon the people, he will invade them with his troops. Yeah, with his angels. Although the fig tree shall not blossom, neither fruit shall be in the vines, the labor of the olive shall fail, and the fields shall yield no meat. The flock shall be cut off from the fold, and there shall no herd in the stalls. Yet I rejoice in Yahawah, and I will joy in the power of my salvation. When Yahawashi come back, it's going to be a dreadful day, man. But it's going to be joy for the elect, man. Okay? It's going to be joy for the elect, man. And Lord willing, be a part of the elect, man. All right? Let me get, I think, one more precept. Let me see, is it Micah? So when the prophets saw the end times, these dreams and these visions, they were afraid, man. They were frightened, man. All right? That's what the Lord said, Micah chapter 5, verse 15. He said, and I will execute vengeance and anger and fury upon the heathen, such as they have not heard, man. So there's going to be a lot of dead bodies on that day, man, when Yahawashi come back, man. Okay? And matter of fact, I mentioned the ancient Egyptians. Yahawashi, before he jacked up the Egyptians, he actually showed them dreams and visions of what he was going to do. All right? And they had dreams and visions. He terrified them, and then he brought it upon them. So a lot of you Edomites and you other nations, you having dreams of these visions of what's happening in the end time. And guess what? You going to take part in it, man. Because there ain't no hope for the heathen, man. All right? The real wisdom of Solomon chapter 18, verse 13. For whereas they would not believe anything by reason of the enchantments, this is going into the ancient Egyptians, during the time we were in captivity underneath them, and the Most High brought plagues upon them. Upon the destruction of the firstborn, they acknowledged this people to be the sons of the Most High. So after that's the Passover, and we know that death angel was Yahawashi, the firstborn of death. For while all things were in quiet silence, that night was in the midst of her swift course. Thine almighty word leapt down from heaven out of thy royal throne as a fierce man of war in the midst of a land of destruction. And we know America spiritually Egypt, man. Okay? These visions brought intense fear. Let me read. It says, and brought thine unfeigned commandment as a sharp sword, and standing up filled all things with death, and it touched the heaven, but it stood upon the earth. Then suddenly visions of horrible dreams troubled them sore, and terrors came upon them unlooked for. So they had what? Terrible visions, horrible dreams, man, came upon them. And one thrown here and another there, half dead, showed the cause of his death. Okay? It says, for the dreams that troubled them did foreshow this, lest they should perish and not know why they were afflicted. So let's show you how bad Yahawashi is, man. So the Most High showed the ancient Egyptians dreams and visions of what he was going to do to them. All right. And when they got jacked up, now they knew why they were being judged, man, because of what they did to his people. Okay. That's what it says in verse 13. They acknowledge this people to be the sons of the Most High, man. And that's going to happen again in these last days, man. All right. So it said, Brakta Yahawah B'Shem Yahawashi. Yahawah Yahawashi, man, give us the strength to endure to the latter end. That I'm going to say, Shalom.